Well, a little snippet today again. I'll put in a few of our trunks. I'm still not happy with this one. I'm not quite sure what to do there, so I'm just holding off for the time being. But I am going to lay in a bit of color on these others. I think we'll have a short piece of that showing, and I like how this looks, so I'll put that in. I'm just painting the shady side now. This piece is almost all in the shade, so that's probably good enough for that one. La la la, okay. I'll go down here. And a little more light here. Designing it as I paint it. Oops. These greenish hills that are in the middle ground or in the distance, I guess. Dipping my finger into that, that's still wet. So I should probably not do that. Okay. This little guy needs something. Rolling the brush a little bit because I wanted to show a little fatter on the bottom on that little piece. Okay. The top of this piece of trunk can also be done with this color because it's in the shade of this overhanging bit of greenery. Now we'll kick it up a notch. I'm using ultramarine blue and burnt sienna and white. Now I'm shooting at burnt sienna and white. sort of half and half now. Half the trunk is dark, half the trunk is light. I would like the majority of it to be a bit lighter. Okay. That makes it a little more interesting. These branches up here, because they're against quite a light area in the sky, I'm not going to make them quite as light. A little lower chroma, a little lower value. Rolling the brush again a little bit. I have to admit I didn't do a very good job there. Oh, just a little too blasé. Add a little more red sienna to that. Add a little bit of white to it. Okay, that's enough there. Let's see what we can do with this. With this trunk here. Am I still on? Is that on screen? Yeah, it is. Okay, I might be a little heavy on the detail with this trunk, or with this dead stump here. I'm not going to worry about it. If I have to, I can smudge some of those details out later. But I would like to give the impression that we've got some sunlight sitting on there. Okay. Now again, I have the thickness of this trunk, too much of it is in the shade. I'd like to bring more sunlight around the front of it. So I'm just going to take a little lower value here. Or rather, higher, a lower value from the direct sunlight, a little lower value from the shadow side. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now. It might need a little bit of doctoring at another point, but I'm not going to worry about that. This one, I think I'd like to have a little more intensity there. This one, maybe just a hint of something. That's all. Not touching this. I will put a little something on that one. Get some bare branch showing. What I found with myself, sometimes I put in the greenery and then the trunks later. But lately I've sometimes been putting the greenery in and I forget where I want my bits of trunk to be showing. So this just ensures that I won't overlap where I want my greenery. Okay. Okay. I think that's it for the moment. I'm likely going to go into my sky now and start cleaning things up a little bit. Need a few touches in the background here. But I did want to show you something today, so there are a few bits of trunk. See you later.